Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert. Welcome back to the Ted Show. Man, I've been trying to get this young man, this entrepreneur, on the show for a bit. It took a little bit of convincing. Here we have Cody Galloway-Braman on the show with KeyGlee. We're going to talk about a new movement happening in real estate. Cody has such an awesome story and background, but he's a go-getter. He's an entrepreneur. He's a hustler in a good way. And he's out there making things happen in the real estate world. Welcome, Cody. How you doing, buddy?
Yo, what's happening? Thanks for having me on. It was a journey to get here. I'm glad that you said the right words. No, just kidding.
I
I'm
love it.
excited.
No, it's always fascinating when people come on the show because most of the time I don't have to get them kicking and screaming. It's not because of the show itself. It's because camera, right? It's kind of
100%.
a new thing. You don't know what people are going to ask. You have to get used to this whole video podcasting thing.
Yeah,
So
it's
you've
intimidating.
taken the bull by the horn, so to speak.
For sure.
All right. So I told you before we went live that the audience loves to get to know you. So tell them
Yeah.
a little bit about your journey, your point A to point B, because you
Mhm.
have a very colorful one, a very
Yeah.
cool one, a unique journey. So give them a little 411 on Cody.
So, little 411 on me is like how so first off, I started not involved in real estate at all. My husband is a broker and he's been telling me to get into real estate for like the past like 7 years. And I just, oh yeah, for sure. Okay, yeah. And then I just ignored it. I was into like mixed martial arts and training and fitness and stuff like that. And I had a fight last August of 2022, and I broke my tibia in half, and it was a it was a moment in my life that really slowed me down, opened my eyes a little bit, and then Joe, my husband, he's like, "So, do you want to maybe look back at this real estate?" And at the time, I was like, "All right, fine, whatever, I will." And then he had me look into like some real estate investing, and I just like dove in on like the internet and just like YouTube everything, and then it excited me. It wanted me to look more into it, so I initially started my real estate investment company in Minnesota, where I was, finding distressed properties, and I have a extensive buyers list, and people, I just beat you to the punch, and I get them the property for them, and just through time and through methods that we kind of created, I am a firm believer in collaboration over competition. And through working with real estate agents, being able to bridge a gap where they off sometimes, they don't want to sell those off market properties or those distressed properties, or they don't know what to do with them. And so just being able to connect with an investor like me, and having the franchise as well, being able to just make everything a smooth transition. But I feel
Well,
like,
I want to talk about that. But I have a really
yeah.
quick question. You mentioned that collaboration is a big deal, and what I can tell from your social media, knowing you, is that that is a big deal. That's part of you and how you do things. How do you make the transition from MMA, which is individual fighting,
Mhm.
individual
Man.
competition? Did you always have a collaborative spirit, or did you just realize this is the best way for me to handle this new chapter in my life?
I think through fighting, I learned to be collaborative. Really, I knew that it's okay to ask for help, and when I got into real estate, it was completely foreign. Like I literally had no knowledge. Like Joe would talk about like, "Yo, we got to put the EMD in." I was like, "EM what?" I
I
have
still
like,
don't
"What are
know those
you?"
terms, my friend.
So just like it gave me an opportunity to, I really wanted to learn it, and I had time, and I fell in love with it. And then I just have that spirit where I want to find a way to add value to everybody. I don't want to be the guy that makes the most money in the room. I want to be the guy that helps everybody in the room, and then we can all scale together.
I
It's
love
just
that.
been, and I feel like that did come from mixed martial arts. Like I like that team aspect.
Well, that's what I was going to say. So when I asked that question, I sort of knew that there's a team approach. There's a
For
great deal
sure.
of
Yeah.
discipline and respect. But I find that awesome that you are able to translate that over to your career, your entrepreneurship, because a lot of people look at collaboration as a negative. It's
For sure.
them for them and them for them, and there is no collaboration on anything. I feel sorry for those people. Your
Right.
spirit, though, immediately we connected on LinkedIn,
Correct.
and what I loved about that is your spirit was so collaborative immediately, supportive. You didn't ask for anything. There was no, those of us who are on LinkedIn a lot, we get asked a lot.
Yeah.
We get asked a lot of things. I get a lot of people pitch to me, and I'm always respectful of them. But I felt like you were different. I reached out to you. I loved what you had put up on social media, and I think that's a big deal. So,
I
tell us
appreciate
about
that.
KeyGlee. The first
Yeah.
time that I saw it, I must tell you, me and my kids loved Glee, right? So,
Yeah.
so I'm like, huh, there's some kind of, I wonder if he's in musical theater. I wonder what's happening here. So when I did the deep dive, I'm like, okay, this is completely different. So tell us about why KeyGlee, and then tell us about KeyGlee.
So why KeyGlee? KeyGlee was and it's a franchise, real estate franchise company. My husband has been following one of their co-founders since like 2009. He's a real estate guru, Jamil Damji. He's just been following him forever, and honestly he sent me some of his content, and I watched some of Jamil's content and like what he does, and I was like, this guy's crazy. Like, he's so energetic and he's in your face, and I was like, yo, I need to link up with this guy. And then just through like series of events, we linked up with KeyGlee through it, and it was an insane journey for sure.
So tell us about KeyGlee. What makes it different? What is KeyGlee? You do. I know that you focus a lot on investment properties,
Yeah. Yep.
but there's a whole thing to the franchise. There's a whole model, so to speak.
100%. So KeyGlee, we're an investment company. We Our main focus is dispositions. So like we will help other investors move their deals that they find to flip to people that are doing flips or people that are looking for rentals or Airbnbs. Like, our main focus is just to add that value for people that are looking to do, 5, 10 deals a month. And they can't, they got a couple of projects on and they still have these deals, but they need to move them. So we just are that bridge between that gap for people.
That's interesting to me. So is that what the new? So all the guests get to choose their title. I try to encourage them. Is that the new movement you're talking about, being that bridge?
Yeah, and I like new movement because I really feel like we're adding value in ways that haven't been done yet, and I want to create relationships. Relationships mean everything to me. So if I can add value through my real estate company, that's great. But if I can create a relationship with you that my company adds value, I know that your company adds value, and we can continue to lay down a foundation that continues to change the game.
I love that. And I think a lot
Yeah.
of, because of the collaborative spirit on top of that, there's a lot of people. Let's talk about the market a little bit. We're in different
Yeah.
markets, a little bit
Yeah.
different markets, but all the same. I think everybody's kind of feeling that shift, for lack of a better word. It's the
For sure.
buzzword right now. What are you seeing? How are you? Are you seeing slowdowns? Are you seeing a different type of investor? What are the things that you're seeing now that we've shifted from this? I've got 40 cash offers over asking, $40,000 over asking,
Right.
to what we're in right now, which is a completely, to me,
Different game. Yeah. Honestly, probably since, May, I've seen a complete different shift. I feel like a lot of investors or a lot of people buying are very skittish. They're very hesitant right now, which is totally understandable. They're just they're looking at comps. I mean, they're looking at different numbers from like time traveling a little bit, and like, which is which is very, very understandable. But people are very nervous right now. I'd say probably in the last like few weeks, I feel like things are starting to maybe slowly go back to normal and balance out a little bit. I know Arizona, I feel like Arizona has gone like back to normal almost there. Like, so I think it's just a matter of time. I know. Yeah, I feel like it's just a matter of time. It's always just like a roller coaster with the market.
Well, it's. I feel like from my perspective, it's stabilized. It's shifting. It's becoming a little more like this instead of woo
Yeah.
craziness. But I feel like from my perspective, there's the seasoned investors are coming back. The ones who
Yep.
understand the market a little bit more, and then some of the people who were on the fence before when everything was crazy. Those buyers are
Are coming
also
back.
back. And so I feel like there's definitely been for me, it's been a positive shift.
For
Um,
sure. Yeah, for sure. I think Minnesota, honestly, we're just a scale behind everybody. I mean, like our ARV right now, like we're going 45, 55 ARV is just that's been our like that's our summer so far. And that's just kind of harder to work with that, you know.
it's
Um
also summer, which is something that you mentioned
Facts.
earlier. So I think the reason you're seeing a little bit of the shift up too is because now traditionally everybody went back to school, especially northern schools, right
Hmm.
after Labor Day. And so now the market starts to shift. It
Yeah.
becomes people are looking again. They're done with their summer vacations. They can think clearly because their kids are back in school.
Right. What am I saying?
And so there's a whole nother, okay, now let me take a look at what's going on. And I feel like that is Central Florida is my market,
Hmm.
Florida in general. And I feel like that's where people are. I just met with a realtor earlier today, and he's like, I am just incredibly busy. And
Oh yeah.
I think why? Because he's getting these buyers and these sellers who actually understand the market now and didn't just jump in as, into the frying pan, as they say. And so it's been a good thing to watch. I mean, a
For sure.
positive thing. So what's the long-term goal for you with KeyGlee? What do you want to do?
Long-term goal for KeyGlee. Honestly, I would like to open another KeyGlee franchise in a different state, and one that they haven't opened in yet would be the overall term. But I would like to hire out both to the point where me and my husband can just travel, and I mean we can work remotely with it and everything. But I really want to create that foundation with KeyGlee to just be in a couple markets and really just demonstrate what we're doing in Minnesota, kind of everywhere.
You know where it's warmer and there's lots of really cool things to do, Cody? That's
Florida.
Florida.
You're right, though. No, my husband lived in where did he live? Sarasota.
Oh yeah, Sarasota is beautiful. The market
Yeah,
here in Florida just to me never changes. It's always busy. You just have to figure out how to shift to the
right.
busyness and
Just
figure out
adapt to it.
where it is. All
Totally.
right. So before we head out, I always like to ask a personal question, which I did not prepare you for, but don't worry. It's nothing that will ever catch you completely off guard. I think it's so important. Everybody has somebody to look up to, mentor. So when I say the word hero for you, who's the first person that comes to mind?
My husband.
Tell me why.
He's somebody that has shown the most empathy I've seen ever demonstrated towards other people. And he's one of the most hardest working man in the room. And he is, excuse my language, he's a fucking genius. He's just so he's just so smart. I inspire to be more like him every single day. And the best part about it is he's my best friend. So like I'm winning.
I love that. See, those are the kind of answers I love.
Yeah.
All right, my friend, tell them the best way they can find you, reach out to you, get you on social media. Give us the lowdown on how they can find out more about what Cody and KeyGlee are all about.
Best way to honestly get a hold of me is social media for sure. The tag is just KeyGlee North. Honestly, just reach out. I'm the first person. I'll be in the DMs right away. Like, what's up? Any way I can add value to anybody, or any way that you can add value to me, I would love to have a conversation with you. And see what we can do. Go from there.
I can personally tell you that exactly what Cody said is the truth. You can reach out to him. You can bounce stuff off him. He's a big supporter and a big cheerleader is sort of how I describe, which is that whole collaborative spirit that I love. Joy to have you on, my friend. See, it wasn't painful.
No, it was good.
All right, you guys reach out to Cody, even if you're not in Minnesota. Listen, he's expanding. We're all expanding our networks. Why not?
100%,
You never know. He may have clients that are coming down to Florida. You want to reach out. And
We
who
have
knows
KeyGlees out there. We do have a couple KeyGlee franchises there. So
and who
hey,
knows where
we're
he'll
everywhere.
expand next. Cody, thank you so much, buddy. You are a joy. I appreciate your friendship and I appreciate the collaborative spirit. We need more people in our industry, really in the world like you. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Cody Galloway-Braman. You can find his website scrolling across there, or you can go to KeyGlee North, which is all over social media, and reach out. Thanks, Cody. We'll see you soon, everybody.
I appreciate